Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavi Biriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha. To M, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, one must accept the forms of God. Do you know the meaning of the image of Jagadhatri? She is the bearer of the universe. Without her support and protection, the universe would fall from its place and be destroyed. The Divine Mother, Jagadhatri, reveals herself in the heart of one who can control the mind, which may be compared to an elephant. Rakal, the mind is mad elephant. Master, therefore the lion, the carrier of Divine Mother, keeps it under control. You have to accept the forms of God. Do you know the meaning of Jagadhatri? The forms, the formless can take any form. Now, that which has form becomes immediately limited. It cannot take another form. Now I have a form. I cannot take any other form. And if I am able to dissolve this form and become formless, I can take again any form. The form is energy precipitated. And going back to energy, energy has no form of its own. Now the electricity, you see how it is projecting in various through instruments in various ways, through a bulb as light. Same electricity through a fan as material movement or a drive. You can see in a heater it is coming out as heat. Each in fridge it is becoming cool. The whole various energy itself doesn't have any form, but can take any form of electricity, form of anything, heat, light, sound, various forms. Now, the Rupa and Swarupa, if I go to Swarupa, I can manifest in any Rupa. If I come to the Rupa, it's one of the aspects which is limited. So it cannot take another. So it has to go back to the, now I speak to a mobile phone, cell phone. When I speak through a cell phone, what happens is, it is vyakta, it is expressed, it is perceived by senses. Ear can hear what I say. This small cell phone, it is converting the vyakta into avyakta. The form, it has form, I can hear it. Whatever senses can grasp and mind can conceive has already taken form. It need not be form of the eyesight only. eyesight, this has sight oriented form. Sound is another form. It is, I am able to hear the sound. In the form of sound, it is reaching me. I am able to perceive. Whatever can be perceived, it has already taken a form. Now, the form is becoming formless. The Vyakta is becoming Avyakta. Immediately it becomes all-pervading. And it can be in some telephone to whom you are ringing up, it again catches the Avyakta and makes it Vyakta. It is formless, it is making the form formless. Formless is, it becomes expansive, and then it expands, and then it manifests again through another cell phone. It is becoming again Vyakta, the form. Now you can see how many hundreds of channels are there, TV channels. We don't perceive anything. We don't even, none of our senses can perceive it. But it is there. Just an antenna and an object which can manifest it. A TV set and an antenna, just to grasp it and project it. And immediately it starts projecting. This instrument, because it is all-pervading, anywhere you can catch. God is all-pervading, and He can manifest anywhere. Whatever is formless and all-pervasive, that can manifest. So it can take any form. So forms is one of the aspects of formless, a particular form. So if you accept the formless, you have to accept the form. It can take any form. Now, water. Water has form, it doesn't have a solid form, but it can be made into any shape. Now, as it is, water, if you put in a container, it takes the shape of the container. Suppose you cool it into ice, it becomes ice of that particular form. Now I can mold the water into ice in the form of a man, in the form of an elephant. Any form I can give. Formless can take any form. So if you accept water, you have to accept the ice can take any form. All the forms I accept, because it doesn't matter. One must accept the forms of God, because God is Nirguna Nirakara. He doesn't have its own form of, it can take any form. Just like water is colorless, it can take any color. It has no form, it can take any form. Do you know the meaning of Jagadhatri? Now, the form, he is not limiting. Why the Jagadhatri concept is brought in the form? Just you have to accept the form of God. Now, Jagadhatri is brought into picture because that is the highest thing we can conceive through the mind. The whole universe is time and space bound. Desha, Kala, and then Karya, Karana, Bhava. Space, time, and causation. The space, time, and causation bound universe, it is beyond that we can never know anything, because beyond space and time, mind cannot conceive, intellect cannot discern, senses cannot perceive. So within the creation you can see or think anything. Beyond the universe we cannot think. But the universe is there, it is a small speck in the infinite existence, Brahman, the absolute unchanging eternal reality. constantly changing flux, the universe. Now this universe, how is it sustained? How it is maintaining itself? How it has taken a form, and how that form is sustaining? There must be a power which is holding it in that particular form. Now, the earth has a form, sun has a form. What is making it remain in that form, to maintain that form? The power which is holding. Now, the gravitational power of the earth is holding every particle in its grip. Suppose I throw a stone up, it doesn't go, it falls back on the earth. Every grain, every dust that flies in the sky, it comes back on the earth and falls down. The earth is constantly pulling it. The mass, whatever each object is trying to pull, but it has its own resistance to come nearer. Either its energy is insufficient to pull it because of the distance. Now, sun is attracting another star. The distance is so far off. So, it cannot have that much of effect on the another star or far off object. Within its range, as it comes closer, it comes within the power. The power becomes more and more as it comes closer. Now, this earth is in the shape of earth because it is holding. Now, earth is moving around the sun because sun's force is holding it and making it move around. Its movement around the sun, its own the power of projection, that is the centrifugal force, and the centrifugal is making it, something is holding it in its position. Like that, whole universe, what power it is holding? Universe as universe, innumerable beings, their karmic load. How the universe, just like we sleep and wake up, the whole universe goes back to causal form and comes back. All these activities are going on constantly. Universe is constantly expanding. It goes to the optimum level, again shrinks back. Who is maintaining all this? It dissolves in the absolute, again manifests. The formation, it holding in that particular form, it is making it expand to the optimum level. Again it is shrinking back and dissolving. The whole thing, the universe itself is made to oscillate. All this is happening. Some force is doing, whichever force, because any movement is there, behind that there is the energy constantly flowing. Now this energy which is maintaining the whole universe in its own way, we call it Jagat-Dhatri. Jagat, whatever be the force, whatever be the energy, it is holding. Some Shakti is holding it, holding the whole universe in the form of universe. So that power which is holding is called Jagat-Dhatri. Each power in Hinduism, the whole universe and the beyond, in which the universes appear and multiple universes, Ananta Koti Brahmandas, appear and disappear. The whole thing is accepted, the absolute existence, the relative existence, and within the relative existence, all the powers functioning, everything is accepted. Each one that is maintaining human life, all the lives on this earth, be it a plant or an organism moving about on this earth, small bacteria or anything, you see, some power is maintaining it. So many powers are functioning. Now, air, I am taking air, oxygen, which is absolutely necessary for creating energy in my body. I eat food. The food is to be burnt. Now it needs oxygen. The oxygen and the food is fuel. Burning it gives the energy. At every cell level it is happening. So the energy, so many powers are maintaining my life. Sunshine is maintaining every plant. Every plant is producing its food because of the sunshine. And sunshine is producing the whatever you see, life. It is eating those plants and sustaining. All lives are possible because sunshine is there. If sunshine is not there, there won't be any life on this earth. So it is a power which is maintaining life. Oxygen is another power which is maintaining. This air, water, these are independent, and it is conscious material in this world. The whole universe is conscious energy. We don't understand in the present level, but slowly we understand no energy can work without a consciousness behind. So the consciousness, power, Shakti is there, behind that there is Chaitanya. So that Chaitanya, which is maintaining that particular power, manifesting as that power, we call as the Devata, Abhimana Devata. Now, whenever we see any kind of energy working with it, water is there, there is consciousness pervading it, which says, I am water. So, wherever you see any energy working in any form, there is a consciousness pervading it and making it work. So, this consciousness which says, I am water, I am air, I am sunshine, we call as the Abhimana Devatas. The consciousness associated with energy. Energy cannot exist without a consciousness pervading it. If Chaitanya is not pervaded, it is non-existent. There can never be an object without the consciousness pervading it. And now I am here. A consciousness is pervading it, saying, I am this body. This body is a dead body, but I am calling it my body. I am this body. So I am the Abhimana Devata, the God, small, not capital G. G-O-D with G, not capital, small letter. So this body is, I am the Abhimana Devata. Like that, every object, it is here in the Jada matter, the consciousness is not expressed. Consciousness inexpressed. In me, consciousness is expressed. There is no expression. Sat aspect, the consciousness is always Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat is projected. It exists, I can see, I can perceive. Exists. Sat. Chit is not expressed. Chit is dormant. But it is there. It is in dormant state. It is like in sleep. It is there. In me, consciousness is awake and projected. Matter is there, pervading the matter consciousness. Where expression of consciousness through matter we call life. This is lifeless. This is with life. Life is expression of the consciousness through matter. Here, inexpressed consciousness is still there. It is not expressed. If it immediately projects consciousness, it becomes life. It is alive. So, here the Devatas, when we say, it refers to these powers which in Hinduism we accept every power that is sustaining life on this earth as a thing which it responds. When we call, it responds. The power of responding. What understanding we get is, so many powers are functioning in this world, which are maintaining, some are maintaining the movements of the sun, moon and all that. Some are maintaining life on this earth. So when life is concerned, these powers which are sustaining the life, we are concerned. Other forces, we are not much concerned. So how to survive, how to evolve, how to transcend, all these are the powers which are sustaining my life. This has two aspects. One is, it is helping the constant evolution. The powers collectively what we call as nature. Nature is maintaining all life in this universe. So nature which is maintaining all this have innumerable powers in it. The powers which we are governing the life, we are concerned with human life more. So what is my intellect is governed, my body is governed, everything is governed by nature. Mind is governed by nature. All things. What power governs it? The mind. So these are the individual devatas. I am concerned with my body, collectively, all the lives together, what is maintaining. These are the higher powers. So these powers we worship. We understand each power, we understand they are conscious powers. We understand the conscious power can recognize my call because it is consciousness. Consciousness means it's conscious of it is cognition power. Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. The Shakti aspect has Icha Shakti, it can desire, it can act, it can cognize. It can cognize my prayer. And it can respond to my prayer. Important things we have to remember in Hinduism. Acceptance of all the nature as it is, acceptance of the power, the consciousness is pervading and making this universe alive and conscious, pervading it. It is giving existence to this universe. What is giving existence to this universe is the Chaitanya. Chaitanya is giving, otherwise it cannot exist. This is manifestation of a power. Power cannot be there without consciousness. I am able to see. I have power to see. I have power to act. If I am not conscious, none of them can work. My seeing power cannot work. If I am unconscious, mind cannot understand. So consciousness must be there for an energy to act. So all these energies which are maintaining are conscious energies. Consciousness means it can act, it can perceive. Cognition is there. Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. So when I call, it can respond. Kriya Shakti is there in it. So whole thing is dependent on this concept. And then we accept the power of prayer. That the prayer can achieve anything we want and it can take us beyond the nature also. So here the Jagattatri concept is brought because whole universe is holding it in its form. Every jiva's life is governed. Everything is governed. Everything is systematized. And all powers are functioning in maintaining this universe. That power which collectively is maintaining the universe is called Jagattatri. If the final is touched, you have touched everything. Now a servant of a government. A scavenger who is working in the street is also government. But whole government, if you have known the whole government, you know everything. But if you know only one scavenger is the government, it don't give the picture of the whole. If you know the whole, you know the part, every part. If you know a part, you need not know the whole. An engine is there. If you know a screw or a nut, you do not know what is the engine at all. Like that. Here, that's why Sri Ramakrishna is taking, if you know Jagadhatri, you know everything. To accept the forms of God. Do you know the meaning of Jagadhatri? She is bearer of this universe. Clear, we have gone detail in knowing what is bearing it, bearer of the universe. Without her support and protection, universe would fall off from its place and be destroyed. It gets immediately disintegrated and it disappears. Just like I can see, I can hear, I can do, I can walk, I can. If this power goes off, the body falls off. It cannot remain a body anymore, life anymore. The Divine Mother, Jagadhatri, reveals herself in the heart of one who can control the mind, in which may be compared to an elephant. Now the whole thing is, when we come back, we accept the power, we accept and accept that she can reveal herself to me. She can reveal herself to me or to anybody who has faith and who has devotion. I am totally devoted to her and I have faith in her. These two are conditions, faith and devotion. Where there is faith and devotion, she can reveal herself. Now, so many channels of TV are there. It can manifest not through a chair, not through a washing machine. It can project through a TV unit. It can project through a TV unit. Like that, where there is it is something like password. If you apply that alone, it is an application. So where there is faith and devotion, she can project herself, she can reveal herself. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.